Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Crypto Chiefs YouTube video where we are going to take a look at what we can expect from the market in September. Before we begin the video, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and in the comment section below I will pin a comment with two links. One to our free Telegram group where you can receive daily market updates and stay up to date with the signals we are taking in the premium group, and also a link to our website where you can find out more information about us and also check out all of our verified results from our signals group. So August is done and September is here, and first thing to notice is that, well, of course, August was another red month, a second consecutive red month. We've had lots of news of delays on Bitcoin spot ETF applications from some huge funds all over the world, particularly the USA, the ones that are affecting the market. But the next decision on a lot of these now is into October. And to be honest, I just think that we can expect, delay after delay, and probably more of a decision towards the final deadline days, which is not until 2024. So nothing unexpected what we have seen this week, to be honest. But looking at September, this is a good website, bitcoinmonthlyreturn.com, and it's got various stats on monthly performance of Bitcoin. But one thing to notice straight away is how September is historically the worst performing month for Bitcoin, with an average move down of almost 5%. So over the last sort of 15 years has been far and away the worst performing month. But October has generally been one of the better performing months, October, November, December. So we could look at that as a great opportunity in September, potentially to accumulate before we start to see almost a last chance to accumulate. So if we do get this move down in September, which a lot of people are expecting, where have I got my eyes on? Well, I've mentioned it many times in updates before, and we still have this CME gap at around 21,000. This would, of course, need a significant pullback, and I mean like much more than we normally see on a month, sort of 18% pullback. But it is an area where I think if we do get it, it's really a golden opportunity to load up between $21,000 and $20,000. But until then, if we don't get that, one area I have got my eye on, and we're not far away from it, really just to see how this level holds, is this $25,000 area. Not only is it obviously a psychological level, but it's a key area where we saw last year all of this trading activity below for the final 6 months was then sort of flipped in March, and we've been trading above ever since. So we can really clearly see, as long as we're holding this, we're fine to continue upwards. But the minute we start to get daily closures below $25,000, it would be the first time it's happened since it was broken. And this is what could give us the momentum to push down towards the lower $20,000 area. So looking at some of the indexes, the Total2, first of all, a similar situation. We can see this $500 billion area. So this is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. I've mentioned again many times how key this level is, and up until now we are holding it. Ever since we have flipped it above, we are holding above on each daily close. Very likely in September we do get some sort of decision on this, because we can see that since July this has been in a clean downtrend. This is very likely towards the end of this month going to meet where we've got this key support at 500 billion. We'll meet with this downtrend resistance. So are we going to break below and move further down, or are we going to break above and push up in terms of altcoins? Right now the Bitcoin Dominance has actually broken. This is the 3-day chart, and this is the trend line that's been running since 2023, and this has just yesterday or Friday closed below the trend line. So obviously looking to see if that can regain it. But if we do continue lower on this and this does become resistance, then as long as Bitcoin remains reasonably stable, this is good news for altcoins, at least in the short term, because as we know, as Bitcoin dominance drops, then it has less control over the rest of the market, essentially. Now, so August was pretty a tough trading month for many. I would say personally, for me as well, it's probably the second or third most difficult month of trading I've seen in the last 3 years. Even worse than some of that November last year. We came through in profit, but it's it was much choppier, and we've seen, of course, in August a lot of the bankers take their holiday, so the volume has been incredibly low sometimes. Now they return in September, so as of next week we're likely to get some key dates for economic data and things like that coming through. So we should start to see volume creep back into the market really from the second week of September. So looking here at some of the key dates, so we can see Wednesday the 13th of September is the first real date to keep your eye on, which is the CPI release for August, and followed straight away on Thursday the 14th of September we have the PPI data coming out as well. So these are key dates to keep an eye on, all leading up to Wednesday the 20th of September, where we have our Fed interest rate decision. We didn't have one in August, obviously because of the holidays, like I said, but the FOMC is back at the 20th of September. So obviously a really important date again. So in terms of what I'm expecting in September, as I said, I think for people, there's going to be people that get shaken out of the market right now. But it's really the wrong time to be leaving. In my opinion, September could be one of the last real opportunities we get if we get a big pullback, just because historically the final quarter is strong, and then leading into next year when we very likely do get the Bitcoin spot ETF approvals, and we've got the Bitcoin halving in 2024. So, September could be a life-changing opportunity for some, for those who stick around, that is. But one thing to notice, of course, is this breakdown of the 2023 support on the Bitcoin chart. This is the daily chart. So this happened sort of mid-August. We broke down from that. So what I'm looking for during the month of September, if we get a pushback up, is can we regain this previous support trend line, or does it now become resistance on the first retest? We have got the previous range lows as well, which I will put a line across here. So sort of 29k, we can clearly see was the range lows from here. If we push back, that will sort of line up with that trend line potentially. The move up we saw earlier this week, we didn't actually test the range lows. We didn't quite get that far. So I'm really looking forward, if we do get a push up, to what happens in this area here around 29k. But as I said, to the downside, I'm looking at what happens at $25,000. If we do accept below that, then keep your eye on around the $21,000 level for a great opportunity. I hope you found this video useful, guys, and please let me know in the comment section below what you think of Bitcoin and crypto, what's going to happen in September, and also for the rest of the year. I'd be interested to know your thoughts. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next one.